Hi there, students. To absolve, a verb. Absolution. This is related to absolute. The noun from to absolve. Okay, if you absolve somebody, you formally declare that they have no guilt, no responsibility. So the court absolved the defendant. They said that the defendant was free from blame. They were not guilty in any way. They didn't have responsibility for this. The report absolved my actions and said that I was not to blame. Okay, so to absolve, to free from guilt, from blame, from responsibility, especially in religion and in law. Yeah, the report absolved me from all blame. It absolved me of all blame. So to absolve somebody of something, to absolve somebody from something. Okay, to absolve from guilt, to consider innocent, to clear all suspicion, to pardon completely. So he was absolved for his actions. Yeah, the court absolved him. Yeah, the lawyer told the jury to absolve the defendant. Yeah. Okay. You could also absolve somebody from a responsibility. Yeah. The fact that you're very young does not absolve you from all of your obligations. Yeah. No one can absolve you from the things that you need to reasonably do. Now, the origin of this word is religious. Okay, if in the Christian church, if you've done something wrong, if you've sinned, then you have to go to the priest and you have to tell him what you've done wrong, and then you have to say you're sorry, and then the priest will absolve you of your sins. He will give you absolution, and he uses the words ego te absolvo. I absolve you from your sins. Yeah, you are free of guilt. That to me sounds like manipulation. You can't. God will not forgive your sins unless you go and tell them to the priest. Wow. Okay, so to absolve, to find innocent. Yeah, to be absolved of your sins. He asked the priest to absolve his sins, to absolve the bad things that he had done wrong, to release from the responsibility of. Yeah. Okay, yes, the fact that you were tired at the time does not absolve you. Because you had an obligation to do this correctly. Okay, so to declare or pronounce clear of guilt or blame, or to take away a requirement or an obligation, but this is quite formal. Yeah, you as you are sick, you will be absolved of from having to do the exam. Yeah, the basis is to talk about the remission of sin. Yeah, to free from sin. Yeah, to absolve somebody, to give somebody a pardon for something, to set free from an obligation. Yeah, I absolve you of all responsibility for this matter. To give absolution, but I think absolution is, I would just use in the religious sense of to declare that your sins are, you now have no obligation for your sins and God has forgiven you. Formality, to absolve. I'm going to give it, I think, a 7 in formality. I think legally or religiously I would use it. Semi-formal, writing or above. Semi-formal conversation maybe just, but it's a bit on the formal side. And then as to origin, this one comes from Latin, absolvere, from absolvo, to acquit, to set free, ab, away from, and solvo, to free, to release, to make loose. So to free from, absolvo. So enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating. If I made any mistakes, please absolve me. Subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon. Bye for now. To absolve, absolution.